in order for me to hold myself accountable, because I keep not doing it because I'm too nervous, I thought I would use a resource that I have, which is streaming, so that everyone can be watching, and you don't have to hold me accountable. It's the fact that people watched me do it, and then I feel like I need to do it. So if I can do this together, I can just talk about how stressed I feel and all that. So how do I sound in terms of blah, blah, blah? All right. Python is a programming language. Like other languages, it gives us a way to communicate ideas. In the case of programming languages, these ideas are commands that people use to communicate with a computer. We convey our commands to the computer by writing them in a text file using blah blah blah. These files are called programs. Running a program means telling a computer to read the text file, translate it to the set of operations that it understands, and perform those actions. Change Code Academy to your name in the script to the right. Run the code to see what it does. I've already done this, but basically this said Code Academy before, and now I'm changing it. My name equals Mari. And then, so when you print hello and welcome plus underscore my name is defined as Mari. If you're super new to coding, I used to teach coding to high school students. We usually started with Scratch to help them get used to programming logic without the nitty-gritty of coding, but also the site you're on is a great place to learn as well. Thank you. I wanted to be able to learn at my own pace, because when a human being tries to explain something to me, my brain shuts down. It's really embarrassing, and it's hard, which is why I did YouTube for so long, because then I was doing things for myself, and I can learn things. Really enjoying Dice Funk. Yay! I enjoy how you threw a wrench in the campaign in episode 1. I loved Peter. Brave choice. Yeah, that was a tough moment. I don't want to give spoilers away, but I was in my head. I think Austin didn't understand that I was taking it really seriously. But in my head, I was like, I could either die for no reason or I could die for an honorable reason. So I did that. Same thing happened to me. I totally get it, says Mastronaut. Oh, about thank you for the subscription, Farm Lesbian. I really appreciate that. It helps with my quality of life, but I want to also bring up the fact that my family is helping me a lot. So I'm not struggling for money. So I want to make sure that anybody who donates, I want you to be making more than $70,000 a year, because a recession is coming. And I would feel unbelievably guilty if I took money from somebody who is choosing between a luxury for themselves and giving me a subscription. So thank you so much, Farm Lesbian. But I want you to make sure that anybody who donates or subscribes is comfortable. If you're struggling, it's a Prime sub, so it's free. Okay, perfect. I don't have to feel guilty. A recession's coming. I'm okay, but I definitely do want to make an income when I do things. Anyway, this is coding. This is going to look terrible on YouTube, but whoever's going to go with me. I just have a lot of anxiety when people try to teach me things because my brain blanks out, and that's okay. My name, Mari. Print hello, and then I'm going to run this. It says hello and welcome, Mari, because I defined my name as Mari. Okay. As soon as you're ready to move on to the next exercise, begin learning to write Python on your own programs. Blah, blah, blah. So I did everything. Ironically, the first thing we're going to do is show how to tell a computer to ignore part of a program. Text written in a program but not run by the computer is called a comment. Python interprets anything after a hashtag or a pound sign as a comment. Blah, blah, blah. Okay. This is so basically when you're writing a program, you want to put notes to yourself about what the program does and what different things do. Apparently, from what I've learned from other programmers, is nobody ever puts notes and everyone's lying all the time. There's a free version and a paid version. Yep. You can get 1 week free from this place, and then I paid for it. Code Academy, if you want to sponsor me, I would love to. Help other people reading the code understand it faster. This code will calculate the likelihood that it will rain tomorrow. So complicated rain calculations for tomorrow. Okay. So it's telling you how to do this. So I am writing this here to understand how comments work and how to make a computer or ignore some input. I already did this. So successful, it did not run anything. Okay. I've already done these parts, but I'm starting from the beginning so that we can all do this together. Now that we're going to do is teach our computer to communicate the gifts. The gift of speech is valuable. A computer can answer many questions. We can have blah, blah, blah. In Python, the print function is used to tell a computer to talk. The message to be printed should be surrounded by quotes. All right. In the example, we direct our program to print an exception or blah, blah, blah. The printed words that appear as a result of the print function are required as output. The output of this example program would be blah. So I'm going to do print and then parentheses hello world. And then nope, don't want to do that. Okay, then I press run. Okay, what did I do wrong? Invalid syntax. So let's see. I didn't put quotation marks. Okay. It's annoying. Okay. All right. I like putting quotation marks at the beginning and end, not when it does this. Okay, so I like this because I can do it and then it tells me what I did wrong. So, no, I still did it wrong. Print is not defined. Okay. Print. Is it a capital? Is that what the problem is? I put a capital at the beginning of P, which made it think it needed to be defined. I'm the worst at comments. It's more like, why did I do this 6 months later? It's been so long since I caught a stream. My dad is a software dev. He would appreciate this stream. Awesome. This is great. This is fun because I get to talk about how this works and everything. So this is how it works. Okay, strings. Computer programs refer to blocks of text as strings. In our last exercise, we created the string hello world. In Python, a string is either surrounded by a double quotes, okay, or single quotes. It doesn't matter which kind you use, just be consistent. Print your name using the print command. So I'm going to delete this, and then I'm going to do it again. Print, parentheses, and then I can either do this, which automatically does it, or this. This is basically what they're saying. But if I do this and then this, it's not going to work. Here, I'll show you. Because the computer's going to be confused. So what I want to do is make sure that both ends end in the same thing. And now it works. Hello, I'm so happy to catch the stream. Sending lots of love as you build your new skill. Thank you. Coding is fun to practice from my experience. Yeah, I get nervous by myself. So I thought I would learn how to do it and have it be documented because I absolutely must be witnessed at all times. I don't know. Let's see. Variables. Programming languages offer a method of storing data for reuse. If there is a greeting we want to present, a date we need to reuse, or a user ID we need to remember, we can create a variable which can store a value. In Python, we assign variables by using the equal sign. Okay, so meal and English muffin. In the above example, we stored the message hello there in variable hello there. In variable called message string. Variables can have spaces or symbols in their names other than the underscore. They can't begin with numbers, but they can have numbers after the first letter. I don't know. Okay. They can't begin with numbers, but they can have numbers after the first letter. Okay. It's no coincidence we call these creatures variables. If the context of a program changes, we can update a variable but perform the same logical process on it. Talking through it out loud is a huge benefit for learning. Great. Hello world, witness me. Yes. Just learning code, is there a specific outcome you want to accomplish via the code? I want to have a job that gives me flexibility, and I want to be able to create things that I want to make. Like my friend Zelda, she made a simulation of a slime mold, And I was like, this is magic. You just cast a magic spell, and I want to do that too. And everyone keeps being, is there a specific project that you want to do? I don't know. Like, I just want to learn it. My brain cannot go much farther. My brain has done a lot of things and been through a lot. I can't do it anymore. I'm just doing my best. And also, I want to make a video game one day, but apparently coding for that is very different than being a coder. I don't know. I want this skill. I want to be able to understand the world through the eyes of somebody who knows how to code. Because then I feel like, and also I think it would change how my brain thinks. And I want that because I want to be different in here. Rubber ducking. Hello, Lilo the Stitch. Scoping your screen because I'm about to do a coding stream where I learn live. Oh, cool. All right, so variables. Programming languages offer a method of storing data for reuse. Blah, blah. If there is a greeting we want to present, a date we need to reuse, or a user ID, we need to remember we can create a variable which can store a value. In Python, we assign variables by using the equal sign. Okay. In the above example, we store the message hello there in variable called message string. Variables can have spaces. Okay, I already read this. Okay. Above, we create the variable message string, assign a welcome message, and print the greeting. After we greet the user, we want to wish them goodbye. We then update message string to a departure message and print that out. Update the variable may reflect each meal of the day before we print it. All right, let's meal. Okay, so I had this before. So basically, I'm defining meal as an English muffin. So when I print breakfast and I print meal, and then I put sandwich. So then breakfast, English luncheon, lunch, sandwich, dinner, steak. I don't think I understand it, but it's not fully cementing in my brain for this one. Errors. Humans are prone to making mistakes. Humans are also typically in charge of creating computer programs. To compensate, programming languages attempt to understand and explain mistakes made in their programs. Python refers to these mistakes as errors and will point to the location where an error occurred with a up character. Okay. When programs throw errors that we don't expect to encounter, we call those errors bugs. Programmers call the process of updating a program so that it no longer produces unexpected errors debugging. Two common errors that we encounter while writing Python are syntax errors and name error. Syntax means there is something wrong with the way your program is written. Punctuation that does not belong, and a command where it is not expected, or a missing parentheses can all trigger a syntax error. A name error occurs when the Python interpreter sees a word it does not recognize. Code that contains something that looks like a variable but was never defined will throw a name error. Okay, I've already fixed these before because I did this one. At first, it doesn't look like these simple things could possibly turn into a game, but you'd be surprised at how many cool things you can do with a few lines. True. Hi, Mari. So happy to catch you live. Also, it's really cool you're sharing this with us. I hope you get through the coding stuff. I believe in you. Thank you so much. You know how to read code. So I'm gonna go back to school for coding, so I'm glad I'm not the only one that's like, haha, what? Yeah. I made a video game this past 2 years and released it the other week on Steam, and it definitely is a lot of doing things that work instead of doing things the right way all the time. Ah, perfect. I'm excited. I'm excited to push myself and learn new things. Okay, so this one, let's give a syntax, all right? So, like, the punctuation on this is incorrect. Computers can understand much more than just strings of text. Python has a few numeric data types. It has multiple ways of storing numbers, which Which one you use depends on your intended purpose for that number you are saving. An integer, or int, is a whole number. It has no decimal point and contains all counting numbers, 1, 2, 3, blah, 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 as well as their negative counterparts and the number 0. If you were counting the number of people in a room, the number of jelly beans in a jar, or a number of keys on a keyboard, you would likely use an integer. A floating point number, or a float, is a decimal number. It can be used to represent fractional quantities as well as precise measurements. If you are measuring the length of your bedroom wall, calculating the average test score of a 7th grade class, or storing a baseball player's batting average for the 1998 season, you would likely use a float. Numbers can be assigned to variables or used literally in a program. Okay. A recent movie you have experienced. To publish a review, you rush out the cinema and hastily begin programming to create your movie review website, the big screen's greatest scene decided by a machine. Create the following variables and assign integer numbers to them: release year and runtime. Okay. So I did release year, 1986, runtime, 2, rating out of 10, 9.2. Now create and assign it a float number between. Okay, so I made these numbers up. I'm going to run it. Why is it not running? Define the rating out of 10 float. Oh. Oh! Thank you for subscribing, Kerka Caulfield. Hold on 1 second. Let me get to you. See this. They've subscribed for 3 months. On one that's like, hey, Mari, great to see you again. Just wanted you to know that we're all rooting for you and proud of you pursuing this skill. If you ever get frustrated, remember the wise words of Jake from Adventure Time. Sucking at something is the first step at being sort of good at something. Take your time and take it easy on yourself. We all believe in you. Thank you so much. I think about that quote a lot too. And I also think about this song from Garfunkel and Oates called Loser. And it goes like, you're such a loser, good for you. Did a lot of things a lot of people can't do. Trying is hard, people can't do it. Losing is hard, they can't make it through, but not you. You are such, like, it's about not being afraid to fail. And I like that. There is also a Greek philosopher. It's like the philosophy of being a loser. It's on YouTube. This guy made a video about it. It's basically about how the approval of the crowd and outside sources of validation are fleeting and will leave you miserable, and that true happiness comes from within and not caring about what other people think. And being labeled as a loser by society in some ways frees you from the expectations, and so that you can pursue the things that you truly love and enjoy. Yes, you do need to watch Adventure Time. So define rating out of 10 float number. No, rating out of 10 equals 9.2. Is this? It's not running anything. Am I doing this wrong? Whatever. The nice thing about Python is that the syntax isn't very wordy. Perfect. Nothing will happen from this because you aren't printing anything. Oh. Computers absolutely excel at performing calculations. The compute in their name comes from the historical association with providing answers to mathematical questions. Python performs the arithmetic operations of addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. Notice that when we perform division, the result has a decimal place. I'm going to delete this so I don't... Because I already done 10 of these. And then once we get past that, we're going to be new stuff. Notice that when we perform division, the result has a decimal place. This is because Python converts all its int to floats before performing division. In older versions of Python, this conversion did not happen, and integer division would always round down to the nearest integer. Division can throw its own special arrows. Python will raise its arrow, blah, blah, blah. Print out the result of this equation. Okay. Print, parentheses, 25 asterisk 68 plus 13 divided by 18 by 28. I don't think this is right. Is this right? It's got to be right. Oh, thank you for subscribing, Long Con Silver. Really appreciate you. Thank you so much. Changing numbers. Variables that are assigned numeric values can be treated the same as numbers themselves. Two variables can be added together, divided by 2, and multiplied by a third variable without Python distinguishing. Oh! Thank you, Caulfield. Also, if you want to make a game, just make a gay dating sim and add like one furry character and you're set for life. That's amazing. Yes, it's true, though. It's true. I'm pro furries, but I'm anti Pokemon fucking. Come at me. What was I saying? Alright. We created two variables and assigned numeric values to them, and we performed a calculation on them. This doesn't update the variables. When we update the coffee price variable and perform the calculations again, they use the updated values for the variable. You decide to get into quilting. To calculate the number of squares you'll need for your first quilt, let's create two variables. Let's delete all this. Quilt underscore, it has to be one word, width, thank you, equals 8. And quilt length, quilt underscore length equals 12. Alright? Okay, there's nothing with it. And then I print parentheses quilt underscore width. Gosh. And then times quilt underscore langa. Alright. And then run. 96. Turns out that quilt required a little more material than you have on hand. Let's only make the quilt 8 squares long. How many squares will you need for this quilt instead? So we're going to go to the length, delete 12, and replace it with 8. Let's see. Then we would only need 64. Thank you again, Long Con Silver, Caulfield, and everybody else who has given me things today. I really appreciate it. Okay, so I did that. Next. Now we're on to places that I don't know yet. I'm done. Python can also perform the exponentiation? Exponentiation. In written math, you might see an exponent as a superscript number. But typing, oh, thank you for donating $15. 6tran, I hope you're having a wonderful day. I appreciate the generosity. I just want to remind you, I only want donations from people who make over $70,000 a year because a recession's coming and I will feel guilty. But I appreciate the donations so much. But I just want to remind you, I am comfortable, but I also want to make an income, but I also know a recession is coming, and I just want to make sure everyone's okay. I appreciate it, though. It's really encouraging, and it helps me a lot. Thank you so much. I'm in a good mood. I'm developing new skills, and I'm pushing myself to do things, and this is good. And all of you can do this, too. Python can also perform exponentiation. In written math, you might see an exponent as a superscript number, but typing superscript number isn't always easy on modern keyboards. Since this operation is so related to multiplication, we can use the notation asterisk asterisk. Okay. To mean exponential. Okay. Here we compute some simple exponents. We calculate 2 to the 10th power, 8 to the 2nd power, and 9 to the 3rd power, and 4 to the 0.5th power. You really like how the square quilts from last time, and you decided that all quilts that you make will be square from now on. Using an exponent operator, print out how many squares you'll need for a 6x6, 7x7 quilt, and an 8x8 quilt. All right, so what I want to do is print parentheses 6x6. 6 to the 6 is to the 2nd power, right? Seven asterisk asterisk. It's so cool you're learning a new thing. We will be fun to see you develop. Thank you so much, Trans6. Oh, everyone's getting along. Numbers squared and cubed and so on. So this is, no, print 8 asterisk asterisk 2. And that's basically means how many squares for 6 people to have 6 quilts each that are 6x6? All right, you're asking me to do math and I didn't know that. Okay, I want 6x6 by 6. So it's cubed. 8 asterisk asterisk 3. That's wrong. Did you print out the number of squares you need for 6 people to get 6x6 quilts? Oh wait, I need to do 6. But all 6 people are asking for 6 quilts. Okay. All 6 people are asking for 6 quilts. Do so I need to be 6 times 6 times 6. Well, that's not what the question is. 6 quilts a piece for 6 people. 3 divided by 6. It's literally this answer. Okay, that will 6 quilts. You're asking me that, and then you're. I would like some help. Okay. Your 6x6 quilts have taken off so well. 6 people have each requested 6 quilts. Print out how many tiles you would need to make 6 quilts a piece for 6 people. So I have the correct answer, but I need to have it divided by 6. 6 is for 1 quilt. Is for 6 quilts. Okay, but they're asking for this. But six quilts. They want 6 quilts for 6 people? Okay. Well, 6 quilts a piece for 6 people. Okay. So how many? So it's not cubed. 6 times 6. It's to the 4th. Yes. Okay. You're right. I misunderstood the question. That's probably part of learning. Yeah. So it should have been to the 4th and not to the 3rd. They're asking for 6 quilts each. Yep. See, that's my problem, is that I rush through the question because I don't even want to absorb the question, and I'm rushing towards the answer. And that's where I get the problem. So now I know what the problem is with me and how I read questions. And I need to read questions more slowly and nicely. And in my head, someone's yelling at me, being like, how could you're not looking at the questions. You're an idiot. But that's okay. It is a flaw I have in learning. And having a person in my head yell at me and make me feel guilty about it is making it worse so that I don't even try. So I need to be gentle with myself. You're going wrong. Yeah, smart. It's a good skill to know where and how you're going wrong. Yep. What language of coding are we learning? We're learning Python. Python offers a companion to the division operator called the Modulo operator. The Modulo operator is indicated by a percentage sign and gives the remainder of a division calculation. If the number is divisible, then the result of the Modulo operator will be 0. I see. Here we use the Modulo operator to find the remainder of division operations. We see that 29 5 equals 4. 32 equals 2. Okay. That every 9th time the code is run. Can the result of a modulo operation be larger than the divisor? Why or why not? Okay, I'm going to read that again. The modulo operator is used in program when we want to perform an action every nth time the code is run. Can the result of a modulo operation be larger than the divisor? Why or why not? You're going to divide a group in 4 teams. All you count. Mars rounding of Deckard's sister from being Puppycat, who's a coder that works from home. Yes, this is what I want. I should probably be honest, but I've never used the modulo operator in programming. I'm not entirely sure what... Oh, it's read like module. Okay. Module operator. I'm not entirely sure why I would want this. Like, what is the... I'm sorry. That's not necessary to have it. Do you think they just siren for no reason? Can you hear the sirens? Okay. It's the remainder in a division. Oh, okay. So 29 divided by 5, and so there would be, the evenness would be 25. 29 minus 5 is 4. I understand now. Thank you. I appreciate you explaining that to me. Siren to intimidate, yeah. I'm going to turn this off in case later people want to watch this to go to sleep. I'm going to close my window. Hold on. I am extremely insecure, so don't look at me. Okay, you can look at me again. Okay. You're trying to divide a group into 4 teams. All of you count off and you get the number 27. Find out your team by computing 27 module 4. Save the value to my team. My underscore team. Okay, no. Save the value to, okay, print. Save the value to my team. I'm going to do the print thing first. 27. 4. Okay, I'm going to just do that first. And I have a 3. Did you remember to define my team? Okay. I'm going to put this here. My underscore team is defined as, I don't know, print. Save the value to my team. So I basically want the number 3. I want my team to equal 3. The value is, okay. What kind of crossover you think of? Okay, how do I make the value that? How do I save the value to my team? Okay, you're setting the variable my team. Okay, so it's on the same line. Oh, thank you very much, Hunter X Nance. Okay, so what I want to do is my underscore team is defined as print 27 4. Okay. Oh wait. Okay. Oh, okay. 27. Okay. Why is that? Okay. Okay, and then I want to print parentheses my underscore team. Okay, so okay. So this works because my team equals this equation, and then I basically put that equation into print. Okay, so I'm going to say this again to myself. Thank you for explaining it to me, Hunter Xnax. My underscore team equals the equation, the module operator. And then when I do print, I want to use my team, which is equal to that. So, okay. Hunter and Alex save the day. Yes. All right, I did that. Print out my team. What number are you on? I did. Oh, okay. Food for thought. What number team are the two people next to you, 26 and 28 on? What are the numbers of all 4 teams? Optional challenge question. What number team are the 2 people next to you, 26 and 28 on? It would be 5, right? Yeah, they would be in team 5. How do I answer that? They're asking me a question. I think it's 5. Do I just type in 5? Like, oh, okay, I got the answer right. I just typed in 5 and it said yes. So that was just, I don't have to like type it out. I just put 5. The most programmer thing I've done is editing Tumblr HTML and typing true on Stardew Valley mods. Yeah, usually what I do is assign things to a variable like that and then use the variable later to reference it. Ah, so I see why that is easier. Okay. Okay. So yeah, so I understand. So food for thought. What number team are the two people next to you, 26 and 28? And the reason why I say 5 is because I got a 3, which means that 27 minus 3 is 20. Oh my God. 24. Which means 25, 26, 27, 28 would be a theoretical 5th team. Concatenation. The plus operator doesn't just add two numbers. It can also add two strings. Okay. The process of combining two strings is called string concatenation. Performing string concatenation creates a brand new string comprised of the first string's content followed by the second string's contents without any added space in between. Thanks, Spartan KD21. Okay, so in this sample code, we create two variables that hold strings, then concatenate them. But we noticed that the result was missing a space between the two. Let's add the space in between using the same concatenation error. Okay, string equals a sentence. And then I can put the strings together to make new sentences. Okay. Okay, full text, green text, quotations. All right. If you want to concatenate a string with a number, you will need to make the number a string first. Using the string function, you're trying to print a numeric variable. You can use commas to pass it as different argument rather than converting it to a string. So concatenation just means you're combining two strings together using the plus operator. That's literally it. Okay. We can convert variables that are not strings to strings and connect them. But we don't need to convert a number to a string for it to be an argument to a print statement. Define message. Okay. Message equals string 5 plus string 6. Alright, and then print I make a lot of typos. This is gonna be a problem for me. Okay. The wind, okay. So I have put all of this together. Basically, I put a bunch of sentences together to make a paragraph. So about the string conversion, you can do hello plus 5, but not hello plus 5. Okay. Okay. Alex Peculiar says, so about this string conversion, you can do hello quotation hello. I mean, you can do quotation marks hello plus quotation marks 5, but not quotation marks hello and plus no quotation marks 5. 5 means it's a string, but just 5 is a number. I see. So can I do this? Hold on. Just quick question. Just put 1, 2, 3 in quotes, or is that too much? You can't add numbers to strings. Okay. Is this what you're doing to school for too? No. I'm still figuring it out. I'm very embarrassed about it, but that's the way it is. Plus equals. Python offers a shorthand for updating variables. When you have a number saved in a variable and want to add to current value of the variable, you can use... You guys ripping things up? Okay. Python offers a shorthand for updating variables. When you have a number saved in a variable and want to add to the current value of the variable, you can use the plus equals operator. Okay. Above, we keep a running count of the number of miles a person has gone hiking over time. Instead of recalculating from the start, we keep a grand total and update it when we've gone hiking further. The plus equals operator can be used for string concatenation like so. We create the social media caption for the photograph of nature we took on our hike, but then update the caption to include important social tags we almost forgot. We're doing a little bit of online shopping and find a pair of new sneakers. Right before we check out, we spot a nice sweater and some fun books we also want to purchase. Use the plus equal operator to update the total price to include the price of nice sweater and fun books. The prices also included in the workplace are new sneaker, nice sweater, and fun books. Okay. I'm going to print right now, Sue. Okay. If you did message, okay, if you did message quotation marks 1, quotation marks 2, quotation marks 3, then the message would be 1, 2, 3. But if you did message 1 plus 2 plus 3, then the message would be 6. I get it now. Don't feel bad if my dumbest can survive a CS program, anyone can. Perfect. Plus equals is something called an accumulation operator, which makes more sense in my... Okay, accumulation. Alright, so I want to add these prices to the total price in the print. So right now, total price is 50. I'm going to look this back over a little bit. Alright, 12. Print's 14. Nice sweater is not defined. Okay. Hold on. Maybe I'd put it here? How are you about... I want to be back-seated. I want help. Thank you, Carrot Sandwich. So... I feel self-conscious that I'm not understanding this. Sup? Hi, Kmonty7. So, what I want to do... You can use plus equals operator. So what you did in print was right, but you need to put this in a separate line. Like this? Or no? Separate line. Don't feel bad at all. Most people get stuck at CS and coding when they first start. So nothing to feel ashamed of. Stuck is normal. I have a degree in web development and you're doing great. It takes time for things to click, but when they do it feels so good. I believe in you, Mari. Put total price plus equals nice sweater before print. Here? Ah! I understand now. Yeah! Okay, so I understood it in concept, but I didn't understand how to execute it. So I have to put it into a new line after. Okay, so total price is over here. And then I can redo total price again. I understand. Okay, I get it. This is this thing. And then there's two new factors. Instead of going back and typing in blah, 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 blah. Okay, yeah, I understand. Multi-line strings. Python strings are very flexible, but if we try to create a string that occupies multiple lines, we find ourselves face to face with syntax error. Python offers a solution, multi-line strings. By using 3 quote marks instead of 1, we tell the program that the string doesn't end until the next triple quote. This method is useful if the string being defined contains a lot of quotation marks and we want to be sure we don't close it prematurely. Multi-line strings scare me. Ah! She's beginning to believe. It feels illegal? Ooh, okay. This method is useful if this... Okay. In the above example, we assign a famous poet's words to a variable. Even though the quote contains multiple line breaks, the code works. If a multi-line string isn't assigned a variable or used in an expression, is treated as a comment. Okay, so to you equals three quotation marks. Okay. Assign the string stranger if you are passing met. All right. If you passing meet me and desire to speak to me, why should you not speak to me? And why should I not speak to you? Okay. Invalid syntax error. But if you ever see this, there are real chances it's going to be a comment. You forgot the marks at the end of the string. Thank you. I figured it out before you told me. So what am I doing here? Does it not take commas? What are these blue? No, stranger. Invalid syntax. Why is the syntax invalid? I have to do this. Syntax is wrong here. I added an extra one before stranger. I thought I had to do 3. I'm just doing this to see how it works. I'm doing something wrong. Did you set to you to give Whitman poem? Maybe I should just copy paste this. Okay, it wanted the spaces. I couldn't type it. I'm a strong believer in copy pasting everything all the time. Yeah. Those 3 are treated like one symbol. You need to do 3, but you already added 3 after to you. Ah, okay. So my mistake was thinking that, all right, what I thought was that I was defining to you as the 3 quotation marks, because I thought somehow the quotation mark would equal whatever I put inside of quotation marks. But I realize now the whole definition is a multi-line thing with quotations. I understand that now. Do you ever like type something while you're texting and just like type whatever and hope that it figures it out for you? I do. All right, so I did that. Next. Sometimes I do, yeah. It's not like you're reinventing the wheel all the time when you're coding. All right, review. In this lesson, we accomplished a lot of things. We instructed our computer to print messages. We stored these messages as variables. We learned to update those messages depending on the part of the program we were in. We performed mathematical calculations and explored some of the mathematical expressions that Python offers us. We learned about errors and other valuable skills that will continue to serve us as we develop our programming skills. Oh no, they're going to make me remember everything. No! All right. Here are a few more resources to add to your toolkit. Code Academy Docs Python, Code Academy Workspace Python. Create variables. My age. My age equals 33. Half my age equals 33. 2. Is that right? Greeting. Hello there. Name. Mari. Greeting with name. Underscore with name equals name greeting plus name. Is that correct? Invalid syntax. You need to put greeting message and name in quotation marks. Thanks. In line 3, you read variable ho, which was not created before. So, okay. All right, so then greeting with name, is that correct? Greeting plus name. Up next. All right, I did it. Module 1. Oh, okay. What is the value of module variable in the following expression? 4 divided by 4, so 12, 3. No, 2. Yeah! How do you combine two strings? No, that. Yes. What happens when running the following code? Message. What a cool message. Print message. Aha! Python throws a syntax error because the string is not surrounded by quotes. Greeting with name, greeting name instead of greeting Mari because it has 2 quotes. Yeah, thanks, PTX. Which function outputs text to the terminal? Print. What character begins a comment in Python? Hashtag. What is the output of the following code? Cool number 12 is 30. Cool number times 5. Print cool number. Okay. Well, it's not 42. Multiplying the variable by 5 does not actually change the variable. You're right. Oh, you can't let... Fuck you. What is the difference between a float and an integral? Okay, the float has... a float contains... No, float represents decimal points. Yeah. Haha! Okay. Which of the following defined variables is a string? Cool variable 3. Yes! Int integer. Okay. It would have to be cool number... Yeah, you're right. That was a trick question. Which of the following will produce a syntax error? This one. Because there's two different types of quotes here. How does one define a multiple line string in Python? Like this. What is the value of total cost that gets printed? Ah, perfect. I thought I was getting tricked. What is Python syntax for creating a variable and assigning the number 10 to it? Variable underscore name equals 10. What number is saved to exponent variable in the following expression? 2 to the 4th. So, yep. 92%. Next project. Block letters. So I finished my first module. My friend Zelda won't drop me forever. I have documented proof that I did it, so no one can yell at me anymore. Okay, not that anyone was yelling at me, and Zelda never yelled at me. Also, Tori, hello. I'm learning coding. Okay. This looks complicated, but I can do it. ASCII art is a graphic design technique that uses computers for presentation and consists of pictures pieced together from individual characters. Write a Python program called initials.py that displays the initials of your name in block letters as shown, and dip your toes into ASCII art. Start. What we are building in this project. Take a look at the complete alphabet and find your initials. Notice how each block letter is 7 by 5 and formed by the letter itself. My initials are S and L, so my initial SB program should output that. Once you are ready, mark this task complete by checking off the box. First, write 2 comments with your first and last name. Fun fact about yourself. Okay. Hashtag Mari. And you're not going to see my last name because I'm on the internet and someone's going to murder me. G. My last name does not start with a G. Fun fact about myself. I am streaming. Output your first initial as a block letter. There are a few ways to do this. Press save to run your program. Did they explain how to do this? ASCIIR, just how you know you found a good walkthrough on Game FAQs. You need to check the complete alphabet in the first task. What do they mean by that? Check the complete. Do I have to like open this? Okay. Oh, here it is. Thank you. All right. M. There are a few ways to do this, but they're not telling me how to do it. Have you touched tables at all yet? No. So I'm not entirely sure why they want me to do this as my next lesson. Oh, here's some solutions. Okay. I see. Okay. So they wanted me to be creative. Uh-huh. Okay. I see. I need to really just type it out, right? Print. Oh. How many letters do I need to go? 7 down. Gonna do this 7 times. Keep like accidentally pressing the wrong button. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. And then 1, 1, 2, 3, 5. Okay. M, 1, 2, 3, 4. M, 1, 1, 2, 3. No, there's 3 in between. Okay. And then MM dash MM. MM dash MM. Would you actually do this in prod though? I feel like there's another more efficient way to solve this, but maybe too advanced for where Mari is at currently. I think it might be too advanced for me right now. I literally just started learning how to code today. I do want to learn the more advanced things, but I want to learn how to do like the basics first. I think I see where we're going. They're probably going to make a method of the letter afterward. Oh, so that I can understand it. Okay. And then MM dash M M M dash M dash M M dash M dash M M3 M, and then M M M M M M. Invalid syntax. Why? What have I done wrong? We won't let them lead you astray, Mari. Thank you. It's a weird excuse. Don't forget the quotation marks. On all of them? Oh. Yep. Ah! I have to redo all of them because of the way this thing is. M. Okay. M. 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 Quotation M. 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 You can probably select one of the two to get rid of it. Yeah, that's true, but I don't want to because it's more annoying. And I want to get used to how this works instead of I'm just trying to change how I think to accommodate it. I'm not entirely sure what I'm doing, to be honest. Oh, it happened! M! I'll put your second initial as a block letter by adding the print statement. Adding to the print statements. Press save to run your program. Okay. G. I'm having intrusive thoughts about terrible things that have happened to me. But that's okay. I'm going to keep doing my task. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I can do things while also thinking about things that deeply upset me. The only way out is to do other things instead of stopping what I'm doing and being sad. Right? That's how you get out of your sadness, Blubble. Don't think about sad things. Think about things that make you happy. Like learning a new skill. Alright, save. That looks not right. What did I do wrong? Oh, yep. Cool. This and, in my case, copious amounts of chemicals. I don't know what I'm allowed to say on Twitch, but smoking weed and eating mushrooms saved my life. I did that. Solution. Don't forget to check off all the tasks before moving on. Sample solutions. If you make something cool, share it with us. So cool. Well done. Receipts for lovely love seats. We've decided to pursue the dream of small business ownership and open up a furniture store called Lovely Love Seats for neat suites on Fleet Street. With our newfound knowledge of Python programming, we're going to build a system to help speed up the process of creating receipts for your customers. I think what the editor wants you to do is use delete instead of backspace to get the single quotation. Not sure if you got the delete key on your keyboard, though. I do have it. Thank you so much. I'm drinking water out of a wine glass. I have one wine glass that my mother gave me, and I don't like wine, so I drink delicious liquids out of it. Woo! Mari's on her way to learning a new magic skill. Yeah. Coding is casting spells. I need to make receipts. In this project, we will be storing the name and prices of a furniture store's catalog in variables. You will then process the total price and item list of customers, printing them out to output terminal. Okay, let's start. Okay, adding the catalog. Let's add in our first item, the lovely love seat that is the store's namesake. Create a variable called lovely love seat description and assign it to the following string. Lovely love seat description. Quotation. Let's see if the delete key works. Delete key worked. Mari's now techno witch. Ah ha ha! Me and Grimes. Mm. Fuck you. Okay. Okay, it's not letting me do that. Great, okay. Great, now let's create a price for the love seat. Create variable love seat price and set it equal to 2. Okay. Love seat price. No, intrusive thoughts, go away. Okay, it's done. Sorry. Price. Lovely love seat price, and it's equal to 254 and 0 cents. You just know she's going to code golf and brainfuck by next year. I remember a book that had that approach with wizards and spells. Exactly. Okay, I think coding is like being a wizard. And I've always been like, if I knew magic, I'd study super hard. Okay, I gotta study super hard. Like, magic is real. It's on a computer. Alright, I did that. Let's extend our inventory with another characteristic piece of furniture. Create a variable called stylish CT description and assign it to the following string. Okay. Stylish set T. I keep thinking I can't do this. One day I'll apply for a job and they'll ask me to do something and I'll just panic. And I will be denied and upset. Box leather on birch. 29.50 inches high, x 54.75 inches wide, x 28 inches deep, black. Oh, I gotta put quotations. Delete key. Boop. Alright, that's been defined. Human readable code is helpful until you need to optimize. These variable names are too long. Cringe website. They use that book. Can you hack Twitter now? I'm pretty sure I can. Now let's see the price of our stylish city. Create variable stylish city price and assign the value that. Stylish city. I don't even know what a city is or if I'm saying it right. Assign 180.5. Fantastic. We just need one more item before we're ready for business. Create a new variable called luxurious lamp description. Assign it the following. Luxurious lamp description. Oh, equals quotations. luxurious lamp. Glass and iron. 36 inches tall. Brown with cream shade. Let him buy Twitter, then dessert. Bye, Elon. Yeah. No need to hack Twitter. We'll all just come back to Tumblr. Tumblr's back. Tumblr's back in. Elon Musk can't get us on Tumblr. He's too scared. Alright. Fantastic. We just need one more item before we're ready for business. Create a new variable called... no, I did that. Let's set the price for this item. Create a variable called luxurious lamp price. Okay. Luxurious lamp price. No, price. Equals 52.15. In order to be a business, we should also be calculating sales tax. Let's store that in a variable as well. Sales tax and set it to 0.8808. Okay. Sales tax equals 0.088, which would be 8.8%. Our first customer. That's sales tax. We want sales tax. I'm hoping co-host catches on. It's like Tumblr made by devs who hate the software industry, as any software dev should. Okay. Here's a good joke about Elon. He didn't know the difference between sex and gender. Gender is the way you choose to present to society, and sex is what a trans woman is having with his what? Okay, I can't. Is this joke pro trans people? It is. I just didn't want to be rude. Oh, sex is what a trans woman is having with his wife right now. This is pro Grimes' new girlfriend, right? Maybe Elon will bring back porn's already back on Tumblr. Did you know? Sorry, Cynic. I just want to make sure that this is sensitive to trans people. That's all. I never know. Our first... No, I do know. I just don't want to say anything mean. That's it. Our first customer is making their purchase. Let's keep a running tally of their expenses by defining a variable called customer 1 total. Since they haven't purchased anything yet, let's set that variable equal to 0 for now. Customer 1... I want to do this on a further apart. Customer 1 total equals 0. We should also keep a list of descriptions of things they're purchasing. Create a variable called customer 1 itemization and set the equal to the empty string blah. We'll tack on the description to this as they make their purchase. Customer 1 itemization equals quotation marks. Our customer has decided they are going to purchase our lovely love seat. Add the price to customer 1 total. Okay. Lovely love seat price. Is that right? Is that to do it in quotation marks? Okay. No, that's wrong. Add the price to... like that? I think that's right. Add the description. Okay. Our customer has also decided to purchase the luxurious lamp. Let's add the price to the customer's total. Lamp price. Okay. Let's keep the itemization up to date and add the description of the luxurious lamp to our itemization. I think I'm doing it like this, right? Luxurious lamp description. They're ready to check out. Let's begin by calculating sales tax. Create a variable called customer 1 tax. Set it to equal to customer 1 total times sales tax. Okay. Customer 1 tax. 1 tax equals customer 1 total sales tax. Okay. Add sales tax to customer's total cost. Is that right? That can't be right because that goes in a loop. Is that right? Uh-oh. Result of line 16 would be instead of what you want. Which also has a typo. You need to put customer 1 total plus tax after defining customer 1 tax. I need to define, okay. Hey Mari, I've been a viewer of yours since 2015. Wow, during the peak of Life is Strange. I just wanted to let you know how much Geek Remix has taught me of a positive impact you've had on my life. Thank you for your content creation throughout the years. You have no idea how many lives you've touched. I really appreciate you saying that. That's really helpful to my ego and my self-esteem. I really appreciate that. I've spent a lot of time wondering what my impact on the world has been, and I'm glad to hear that it was a positive one. Cool. All right, I have a typo in lovely love seat price. Also, I have a typo. Okay. I leave a coach. I'm on the clock this stream, but much more interesting than what I'm gonna do. I have fun learning. Don't steer her wrong, check. Thank you, PT Icrix. Okay. Would be Oh, the type would be luxurious. Oh. Oh, I have to take away the quotations. Then why did the instructions say for me to put quotations? Yeah, customer one. And set that equal to this empty string. We'll tack on the description to this as they make their purchases. Customer one tax is not defined. So the problem here is that you add customer one tax to customer one total before actually defining what customer one tax equals to. So you can just remove customer one tax from customer one total in line 14. Okay, and then I want to do the addition again. Add the sales tax to the customer's total cost. So I make a new line. Customer one total tax and tax, like that. And then do customer one total plus customer one tax. Like this? Oh, you're right. I want to integrate that. Total plus minus plus equals I knew that had to come in at some point. Thank you. Okay, so what I did was customer one total and then customer one itemization. Customer one tax is this, and then I add the tax to the previous total. This way you add the tax to the total. Thank you, Alex. Let's start printing up the receipt. Begin by printing out the heading for their itemization. Print the phrase customer one items. Print. It's working. It's all coming together. Woo! Cool. This is fun. Also, I think it's dope you're learning code. It can be super intimidating in the beginning, but it gets easier and can be really fun and rewarding. The world could definitely use more women in dev. I'm a game dev myself. I'm not super familiar with Python, but I'll try where I can. It looks like you're doing great. Thank you, Wolf Knight. I appreciate that. Thank you, everyone, for being so supportive. I guess I'm the type of person who needs constant validation and help in a very passive way where no one calls me dumb. Now add a heading for their total cost. Print out customer 1 total. Print. Okay. Nope, not capital. Print customer _1 their total. Okay. Congratulations, we created our catalog and served our first customer. We used our knowledge of strings and numbers to create and update the variables. We were able to print out an itemized list and total cost for our customer. Lovely. Does this all look right? There's a whole category on Twitch for what you're doing. What's it called? What's the category on Twitch called? How do I change to it? Oh, did I say thank you to LongCon Silver for subscribing? Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. Yeah, I did. Okay. Where is the category on Twitch? Thank you for subscribing, Wolf Knight, for 2 months. I really appreciate it with Prime. I like that. Thank you. It makes me feel good. Makes me feel valid. I can't edit the stream info, so not allowed. Something software and game development or something like that. Okay, is it live coding or just science and text? I don't know. So okay, it's saying it's not letting me go to the next. Please complete all tasks to continue. Oh, well. Dink. Cool! I did the first thing! Okay. That took me a lot longer than I thought it would, but I am happy that I did that. Cool. I'm really happy with myself. Do I want to start the next lesson? I think I want a snack. Alex the Peculiar is asking, do you have any internships at the company you work at? I really want to be at the game dev. I don't know, Wolf Knight. Do ya? Cool. I did it. I worked through my intrusive thoughts. I learned about the things that I struggle with. Cool. I have 4 tabs open. That bothers me. Thank you, Alex the Peculiar. I really want to quit my software job and work at a game company. Just letting you know, game companies will destroy you. But if it's your passion, I support you 100%. I'm going to put a bunch of lotion on my face. What's the secret to being youthful? Constant lotion. All the time. Thank you for saying you're proud of me. I do need it. I'm impossibly insecure. I did it. And I feel like I stimulated my brain. Do I want to start the next lesson? I think I'm going to get a snack. Hold on. I'll be back. I'll be right back. Whoop. Actually, I have yogurt right here. Dude. Haha, I'm back. I didn't work on the gameplay. I worked on a game company before as a back-end dev. It's about the same kind of work as anything else, to be honest. Didn't work on the gameplay itself, though. Okay. I'm going to do some of this. I did the first module. How long have I been streaming? I want to show you guys a video on YouTube. I don't know if I'll get in trouble. There's this video. Yeah. Can you guys hear this? I like this. So this is a video by, I don't know how to say that name. Enzelganger. And it's called Be a Loser If Need Be, The Philosophy of Epictetus. I'm so sorry, I can't pronounce literally anything. Yeah, so this guy's cool. I've been streaming for 2 hours. I did it. I'm really proud of myself. Can you hear it now? Uh-oh, no sound. Okay, hold on. Properties. There we go. We'll start it over.
You look at it. Stoic philosopher Epictetus said some valuable things about what we generally pursue in life. Achievements that today's society views as hallmarks of success, like wealth and fame, Epictetus saw as insignificant compared to the things that are truly worth living for and can be found within. He observed that the ongoing pursuit of achievement and validation withholds us from acquiring something far superior, a blissful state unchanged by the whims of unreliable outside circumstances, including opinions of others.
I like this video. It helps
but we're
me.
so afraid to be seen as losers that we're willing to suffer in exchange for other people's approval. What a sad state of being in, as by putting our money on external goods, we become dependent on them and gamble away our chances of being happy and free. According to Epictetus, we must be willing to let go of what he called lesser things. And if that means that we become total losers in the eyes of society, then that's a price worth paying. This video doesn't advocate for neglecting.
I don't want to like steal this guy's whole video. I just like watched it and I was like, yeah, I am too dependent on external validation. I need to find more inner peace. Like, I used to be able to do that and I forgot. And I need to protect my peace and I need to find fulfillment from within and stop worrying about what my standing is in society and how people see me. Because that's a lot of the root of my social anxiety is, what if these people think I'm weird? The truth is, I am unbelievably strange. I am a very strange person. And when I'm talking to people out in public in real life, they can tell. And it's not in my head. They tell me. And they react to me like I'm strange. And it's really hard because I don't have control over the perception that I am strange and quirky and stuff. And I have to accept that I simply am strange. And I talk weird and I talk about weird things. I don't like it. It's hard to talk to like just people out in the world. And it also sucks because like tons of men are like, she's a manic pixie dream girl. And then I'm like, I am deeply, deeply traumatized and scared all the time. They're like, I thought you were fun and quirky, but you're only fun and quirky half the time. I'm like, yes. And then the other half you're crying because I moved too fast. And I'm like, yeah. So that's all right though, because I have to learn to accept that I am very weird. And I will find other people who like that. And a lot of people won't like it and they'll be mean to me. And that's okay. Yeah, I just don't. And then I also feel like people are sometimes really nice to me because they think I'm mentally inhibited because of the way I talk and move, and because like in public I sway a lot. I do things to self-soothe, or I'll talk in a certain way, and I can tell that sometimes people think I'm just inhibited, and in some ways I am. I'm gonna get the Disney disability pass, by the way, because I know it seems like I'm like confident and stuff in front of a camera, but I'm literally just in my room by myself, so it's like whatever. It's okay. It is okay for me to get the assistance that I deserve. And sometimes people are going to look down on me because I am a person who needs assistance. And that's okay. And there's nothing I can do to change it. So, it's fine. That's okay. I can relate to being in a bedroom by myself. Great. But, yeah, I think a big thing that's helped me be happier is to learn that a lot of people feel like a loser, and also it's okay because buying into all of the ideals of society and success results in many people being deeply unhappy. And the entire point of life is just to experience it any way that you want. If you've been depressed, you've been experienced depression. You haven't done anything wrong. And if you've done a bunch of crazy things, that's okay because you experienced doing crazy things. But the question is, and for me, is what's going to make me happy? Because doing all these things for other people, trying to help people and stuff, just drain me. So what do I do to make me happy? Right now, learning how to code and learning how to find fulfillment within myself, even though I'm literally streaming right now for validation. But I'm really glad I did that today. I really pushed myself. Had a lot of intrusive thoughts of someone yelling at me, but I did it, and that's good. I did the first module of learning how to code, and that's cool. And I'm scared because I'm scared I will fail. I'm scared I will get a job in coding. And I'll get really nervous and someone tries to explain to me to do something, and then I dissociate halfway through and I only get half of the instructions, and then I have to pretend like I heard all of them, otherwise they'll get mad at me for not listening to them, even though I try. But when people talk to me, I dissociate because I'm so used to being yelled at. And I don't want anyone to be like, this is about a certain person. I've lived a long life of many people yelling at me, and I don't want to be yelled at anymore because clearly it has affected my ability to communicate. I rather learn how to advocate for human rights. That's cool. Doing things despite fear is hard and important and really cool. You're doing great. I started doing stand-up comedy. I'm sure you guys saw the video on my YouTube. It was unbelievably hard. I would wake up the day before I would go to stand-up comedy class and literally be like shaking and crying and having panic attacks all day because the prospect of talking to humans and then perceiving me and judging me and my body and how I look and how I move and how I talk was so overwhelming. But everyone at Second City is super nice. If you want to take a class, you should go to Second City for stand-up, improv. Everyone there is super nice. They try really hard to be inclusive, and they're really understanding of how unbelievably strange I am. So if you're a weird person and you're self-conscious about it, but you want to learn a new skill, Second City in Chicago, great. It's awesome. Proud of you. Thank you for supporting me. Thank you for being nice. And I'm hoping that like me being vulnerable and saying all these things will make people watching who feel like will be like, well, Mari did it and she has intrusive thoughts and feeling sad and has a hard time. Like I have a way harder time than it seems on this camera. Like when I meet people in real life, they're like, Mari, you're very different from being on camera. So I just want everyone to not be sad. And if you have crippling social anxiety, it is unbelievably, terrifyingly hard to push yourself. But the version of myself I was at the beginning of the year versus the person I am today is more relaxed, happier. I have several new friend groups with very, very nice people who actively try and be nice to me. And that is because I pushed myself to meet lots of new people. And I dealt with being rejected. I dealt with stuff. And I learned I wouldn't die from it. And I've reaped great rewards for it. And my life is so much better because I pushed myself outside of my comfort zone. And every time through my life, I've pushed myself out of my comfort zone. It has gone unbelievably well. And I hope everybody watching also is hearing this and going, well, if Mari can do it, I can do it. Steve MacQ says, I'm finally learning how to drive because I live in a rural area but can't depend on anyone anymore. Maybe I can feel more like an adult if I can drive. Yes, Steve MacQ, you can drive. And then you will accomplish it and you will feel fucking amazing because you did something you were scared of and you overcame that fear and you had an accomplishment. Part of our brains are wired that way. Video games are literally created to manipulate the reward centers of our brain. So think of life as a video game. You want to feel good. You feel like shit. You want to feel good. You could either do drugs, which is fine, whatever, or eat some food or whatever. Those are good things to reward yourself with. But you can also do a level up by doing something really hard that is emotionally draining and stuff. And then once you do it, all that anxiety, you don't need it anymore because you did it. And you're going to do great. Do a hard quest.